Hello there, Dave here again, number 5. Stay tuned for 6. Um, my media consultant is a videographer, and we're going to try something new with boards, and you're going to get some real perspective on that. If you listen to this one, um, there's 5 things that are going to happen. I'm going to tell you about a couple of current articles that kind of reinforce what I've been saying about defined benefit plans, principles. I want to talk about that. The 7.5, brand new information on Minnesota's 7.5 and how ROR, simplified version of how it works. I'll tell you about the fight going on about ROR, and I want to make a call at the end of this presentation. So stick along, stick around. I hope you find it interesting. First, there's 2 articles. One in the Star. It's about a federal bailout. President Biden signs one surrounded by union members, a partial bailout of only $36 billion. And the name of the group is the Pension Benefit Guarantee Corporation. So they guarantee things until they go bankrupt. Well, we're experts at bankruptcy here in Minnesota, and you'll hear a bunch about that next time. They talk about they can't guarantee every penny that they've been promised because the vast majority of taxpayers enjoy no such perks. Most people don't have anything like the kind of benefits that defined benefit has. The second one is from The Economist, The Pension Time Bomb. They talk about how even rarer the DB pension plans are in Minnesota. And I just found out Pennsylvania made significant changes to get off this defined benefit horror story, depending on how it's run. Okay, and they talk about the fate of defined benefit may rely on the government's willingness to bail them out, like this is current or in the future, when Minnesota's been doing it for decades. Minnesota's this outlier. I hope you believe that now. And maybe they're the outlier in bailouts. That's possible. It seems like they're the outlier in all kinds of other things too. I want to talk about principles now. There's a National Association of State Retirement Administrators that says their rule of thumb is that pensioners should go for, or planners should go for 70-80% of your last income, including Social Security, as a guideline. Minnesota doesn't have a guideline that I can find. Somebody tell me if they do. I hear about a sound retirement, an adequate retirement. Quite often hear about retirement with dignity, but they won't put a number on it. That means everything's fair game in Minnesota. The higher, the better, and that's what it seems like they want. I just found out our discount rate, or ROR, is now, the new one is 7.5, and it's the second highest in the United States. I mean, we are constantly on the fringe. It used to be 8.5, down to 8. Now they're just coming down. Now this isn't honest by any means, but we're on the edge. We just can't be honest, in our defined benefit plans. Here's a brief description of how it works, okay? Let's say you have your fund advances, your fund gains are 0 for 3 years, and you're using 8.5 like Minnesota had for a long time. And let's say your fund has $100. So after a year, you have $108.50. After 3 years, you've got, about $125, according to the actuaries. Your actuarial value of assets is $125. So Minnesota is good at giving these extra things away. So let's say they spend that $25. So they say, well, we still have our 100 because we spent 25 and we had 125. But if you look in your bank account, you've got 75. So this is how you get into trouble when you're dealing with tens of billions and hundreds of millions of dollars. You get into big trouble when you do this. I got a great thing about fiscal excellence just as talking about this currently. I'll talk about that later. And the fight that's going on is that some people, including I'm told the Union members and retirees want a higher COLA, a higher discount rate. And other more reasonable people, including the actuaries who actually do this stuff, they are ordered to do this. They think it's wrong. So they're fighting, and guess what? The unions are winning, as usual in Minnesota. And so that leads to a lot of voodoo. You're going to hear a lot about this next time too, okay? I'm kind of disgusted with all this, how's it's going here in Minnesota, so I'm going to make a call. The police are doing oversight, or almost, and they need it. There's some bad apples. They cannot figure out how to get rid of them. I'm calling for a call of oversight over pensions. This is horrible stuff, and you're going to learn more next time why I think we need oversight. In the next one, which I've already done, I'm going to talk, we got to turn this ship around, and you're going to see why. It is a horrible situation here in Minnesota. Stay tuned for number 6. I think that's going to give you perspective, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.